Hey class, Jim here. I want to talk to you about OneNote. So we will have weekly worksheets due on the Monday that stuff is due by midnight. So every week you'll have a worksheet due. The worksheets are meant to be practice for you to do written work so that I can comment on your written work to better prepare you for the exams, because the exams are written exams, but the homework and the quizzes are mostly point and click, and it's kind of up to you to keep a homework notebook to practice the writing of the math. But the worksheets are going to supplement that and hopefully better prepare you for the written part of the course. So one's due every week. We'll have 15 worksheets. I'll drop the lowest two in the grade calculation. So right now I'm in OneNote. This video is supposed to be about OneNote. Let me just point out a couple of things. So right now I'm on this welcome page in OneNote, and on the welcome page I just have our course syllabus. And at the bottom of our course syllabus, I should say course schedule. And at the bottom of our course schedule I've got the important stuff that most students are most curious about. How is their grade computed, and when can I drop if I need to? Here's the grade distribution. So we're going to have 15 scores, 15 OneNote worksheets, and I'll drop the lowest to 38 my math lab quizzes, 3 dropped, 38 my math lab homeworks, 3 dropped, exam 1, 22, exam 2, 22, final exams 26, but it will also replace the lower of these two scores if it helps you. And then the last day to drop with a refund is the 6th of September. And last day to withdraw, so that you don't, if it looks like you're not going to pass the class, it's in most cases better to have a W on your transcript than an F. So there is the withdraw date. Okay, so OneNote. OneNote is a Microsoft product. You all have it, access to it through your school account. OneNote's also a free Microsoft product. You can go to office.com or whatever, OneNote.com, and you can download a copy of OneNote if you don't already have it on your computer. It generally comes bundled with Office, but if you want to make sure you have the newest one, you can go to office.com or Microsoft.com, and you can download the latest version of OneNote. So here's what it looks like. It's basically a big notebook. And on the left over here, you're going to see things that open and close like that. You're very familiar with that. This is just the welcome page right here. I've got just 2 pages. These are called sections over here. I've got 2 pages in this section. I've got the schedule. And then I also have the information. If you're retaking this course, you do not have to pay the My Lab Math Access fee a second time if you're retaking the course. So this tells you how to get that refund. So first off, these little arrows here, these are indicating 3 primary sections. There's this collaboration space, and the idea here is that you can ask a question. And OneNote is a notebook. You can just click on the draw thing up here, the draw tab, and you can click a pen and you can start drawing. Or it's very easy to paste pictures in here. If you click on picture, you can upload a picture, which is what a lot of students will do. If they have a question on a My Math Lab problem, they can take a quick screenshot, drop it in here, ask a question about it. You're also more than welcome to use the discussion board in D2L. And again, you can also email me. And so the way I have this set up is that over here, we've got week 1 questions. And so what I'm hoping is that if you have a question, you just come in here. Let me get back to the mouse mode. So come in here, and if you have a question on, say, 6.2 number 31, you'll do something like that, so that I can look here and say, oh, somebody changed title to 6.2 number 31. That's an indicator to me that somebody's written in here, and then I can come and reply to it. So that's going to be the idea with these. Again, you can do it here, you can do it in discussion board in D2L if you want. But I like the idea of just breaking apart the questions into weeks, and then if you have questions, post here and I'll get back to you. And it's a collaborative space, so you can write in here, I can write in here. The next space is not collaborative. only I can write in this space. And so here, introductions, we're going to introduce ourselves to the class by clicking on this link and then double clicking on the backdrop and saying something about yourself. How-to videos, here are all the how-to videos. I'm building this one right now, so it's empty. So my math lab overview, D2L overview, OneNote equation editor. There's an equation editor up here. If you go to insert and you click equation, it's got a built-in equation editor. If you have a Mac, here's an equation editor for a Mac. D2L actually has a built-in equation editor, so some folks will just go use that and then copy and paste. Desmos, the graphing software, that also can be used as an equation editor. This is the graphing software I recommend. It's free software, really cool. This one, super important if you're going to post to a D2L discussion board. This is how you'll take a picture and insert it into a discussion. Cam scanner. If you're testing from home, you have to scan your pages of work and upload them to the assignment tool very quickly after you finish your exam. Cam Scanner is a phone app that makes it very easy. You can use that one. You can use the Notes application in an iPhone if you have an iPhone. You can use a physical scanner if you'd rather do that. Whatever your preference is fine. These phone scanners are really cool though. You just stack your 5 pages and you basically take a photo, but it's not a photo because you're through the scanning app. Don't just upload a bunch of photos. You need to upload a single file that is a compilation. It's a scan. Now to build that compilation, you are using your camera, but you're not like inserting pictures. It's doing it as a scan. So this is the one I recommend. It's super easy, but any one will work. Your files should be single files that are PDFs that should be about 2 megabytes. 5, 6, 7 pages shouldn't be more than 2 megabytes. If you're getting a 15 megabyte file, you're doing something wrong. And I can't upload and transfer around a 15 megabyte file easily. So make sure that you are comfortable with your scanning procedure that you are going to use in this class before the first exam. Don't wait till the last minute. Okay, so just some how-to videos there. Handouts, here's our schedule, here's our syllabus. So basically, what I'm showing you here is that OneNote is going to parallel D2L, and all the info you can find in D2L you can find here as well. So I've got everything in 2 places. Unit circles, once we get to some of the trig stuff with unit circles. Let's see, video examples. I've put together video examples for most of the sections that we cover. These are videos that I've made, so if you're working on something in 7.2, make sure you come and watch these videos. They're also in D2L. You can find them in D2L as well. So everything in D2L is also here. Everything here is also there. Written exam info. Key's not ready yet because I haven't finished the exam yet. You haven't taken it yet. So study guide, answer key, and then the exam answer key I'll post right here. Same for unit 2, and then the same for the final. Math Centers, I've got the online Math Center schedule up right here and the Westminster Campus Math Center schedule right here. I am in the Math Center quite a bit. I'm in there on Tuesday and Thursday afternoon from 1 to 2:30. And I am in there on Wednesday from 9 to 11. So that's a great place. If you're near the Westminster campus, come on by and we can do math together. I don't have the Larimer or the Boulder County one yet. I will get those and post them as soon as I get them. Okay, so now the primary function of OneNote is for these worksheets. You're going to have weekly worksheets. So here is week 1 worksheet, here is week 2 worksheet, here is week 3 worksheet. And so what you are going to see is that I'm going to deploy 2 pages at the start of each week. So this is sort of the content page. It's the instruction. It's where I'm trying to convey concepts to you. And then these beige boxes indicate questions. So these questions, there's 5 for week 1. You come over here and there are the 5 questions isolated. So you are going to see this page as your interactive page. You're going to just paste in. The first 3 are not content-based. They're just functional-based. How do you use Desmos? Take a screenshot of a Desmos image, paste it here. Paste your picture from the e-text here. Here you're going to use some equation editor, the OneNote equation editor. You can use Desmos equation editor. Here I did say OneNote equation editor. Oh, or an equation editor of your choice, and insert the image. So the only content questions this week are these two here. And you can either go up here and go to the digital ink and start drawing. If you have a nice tablet, that works fantastic. If not, you can draw it on paper and pencil. You can use paper and pencil and then take a picture of it and just drop it in here. It's very easy to put images into OneNote. Very easy to put them in and move them around. So whatever your preference is. Okay, so let's jump up a minute. And so now what you're going to see down here is everyone in the class. And I'm just going to click on Ian here, and you're going to see that he has two sections, exams and worksheets, and everyone will have the same, two sections. So if we click on worksheets, I've already deployed the concepts and the list of questions to everybody. So you're going to see both of these in there. So this is the one you're going to work on, the one that's called questions. And as soon as you're done, I will lock it. So the due date is next Monday night at midnight. So Tuesday morning, usually I won't be awake at midnight and lock it right at midnight. I'll usually lock it like the next morning at 7 a.m. But regardless, so finish it by midnight on Monday, and you'll for sure have it turned in. Then I'll lock them, and then I'll grade them, and then I'll distribute the key. So I'll come back up here to me, worksheets, in my teacher-only section, which is only I can see this. You can't see this. I'll come down here to the key, and then I'll distribute it, and you will all get the key in your corresponding worksheet folder. The key will show up down here as a third item. Okay, exams. So this is how I'm going to return your exams to you. You are going to submit them through the D2L assignment tool. You're going to get the questions through the D2L quiz tool. You're going to write your answers on a piece of paper. And then when you're done, you're going to scan those pieces of paper into one single file, and you're going to upload it to the assignment tool. And I went through all this in the D2L overview video. Well, then what I'm going to do is download it, and I'm going to drop it in over here. First, I'm going to drop it into exam grading. So under exam grading, I'm going to have everyone's name here. I'll drop your exam in here. I will grade it. I'll mark it up with pens. And then I'm going to distribute it back to you through this exam section right here. So once you've finished exam one and I've graded exam one, right here, you will come and you can see all the marks I've made, and you can ask me questions if you have questions on the grading. Super slick, super easy way to distribute written grades, written comments on your work. So these are the answer keys for the exam right here, and once those exams are taken, then I will post them. So there's not much else to tell with OneNote. I mean, you have the standard things here. You can, if you click here, you can close everything and just have a big screen, a big workspace. OneNote is like a big notebook. You can write to the side as far as you want. You can write down as far as you want. It's pretty easy to navigate. One feature that I really like, and as you're doing your homework that could be cool, let me just put some marks here. Let's say you have work there and you decide, oh gosh, I need some more space here. Well, in the draw tool, you have a little insert space option. If I click on that, I can drop here and then I can slide down, and I've just made more space for myself. You can also make less space for yourself. If you find that you have a big gap and you want to close it, click there again. This time come down at the bottom and click and drag up, and you'll close space that you don't want there. So pretty neat interface there. If you come over here, there's shapes and objects and things like that. You can certainly go to any equation editor that you want, that you're comfortable with, and you can type equations in there and then post them, copy them and post them in here. If you want to use the equation editor that's here, it's pretty easy. Now, the equation editor, I'm on a Mac, and the equation editor actually is a little better on a PC. But it works just fine. You have to know a few shortcuts though. Like if you want to do an exponent and you're on the Mac, it's not quite as obvious. On the PC, it's going to be really obvious. On the Mac, you've got to do, for an exponent, you've got to do the shift, the key that's above the 6, the little caret. So you do shift caret and then your exponent. Let's see, there's another one that's important, and that's the square root, and I'm forgetting what it is. I think it's Option V. Option V will create a square root symbol. If you wanted a square root symbol. And there's other symbols in there. If you have trouble with symbols, if you want to be using the OneNote equation editor and you're having trouble, just let me know. I'll figure out anything that you're trying to do and show you how it's done. And again, if you wanted to use a different equation editor like Desmos or D2L or Word has a great equation editor these days, totally fine. Okay, so that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Email me at jim.voss@frontrange.edu, and I will get back to you. All right, good luck.